Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel on this road to 2000. This is going to be episode 236. So, without further delay, let's see if we can try and stop this slide. Had a couple of losses on the bounce. Yes, right. Standard procedure, English, okay. Develop the knight, and ideally take control of the middle. Now, if they fight back straight away, okay, so that's fine. We're just going to fianchetto. And so they don't want this bishop potentially coming in here, which is fine. I'm going to lock down the middle. I want to develop this knight as well. Knight e2, castle, and then develop the bishop. Now, I'm going to go e3, but I've got a feeling, yeah, they're going to come in. So here, I'm just going to take. This bishop to me is seeing absolutely nothing here or here. Going to get rid. Now, I can just come in here, which is absolutely fine. If they want to take, they can take. The question is what pawn do I take back with? I already want to make sure that this is kind of quite nice here. Now, I think I'm guilty in the past of maybe taking with the e pawn, which allows them then a couple of pawns to march forward. So if they take, which I think they will, I'm going to take back with this pawn. I just want to stop this here. It's like a little barricade to stop them coming in. Right, now, they may come in here, but don't really see the point. So maybe just try and open this up a little bit more. Obviously, if I get this, they're trapped, but they can just take, so it's not really trapped. If they take, I want to replace it with this knight. And then if they take here, then I can replace it here. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I mean, I could ask the question, what do they really want to do? If I push, they take, I take. Or do I just take straight away? I'm just going to take. Now, I think they have to take. Yeah, they had to take. Otherwise, I came in for a free bishop. So, going to take back. Right, they take back there. Now, this is currently defended by the queen. Wow, wasn't expecting that. So if they take, so we're going to take coming in, hitting the, oh, hang on a minute, wait a second. So there's that fork. I've got to be careful. So if they move that knight, then they lose their rook. But I'm currently in line to get forked. So I've got to be a little bit careful here. I could just take and just say goodbye to all of that situation, but or do I just jump in here? Doesn't do much. So how do I want to protect that, if at all? Do I just say goodbye to that? I'm going to say goodbye to that. Now this pawn here, I'd rather me take like so. So hang on a minute. Can come in, hit the queen, but they probably take. I'm trying to look at this pawn here. I think it's probably important to try and take control of this file C. Right now, I think I might have to do this. It's a shame I can't. That might come free at some point, so maybe just I'd like to keep the knight. I would really like to keep the knight, but at the moment it's just not looking possible. If I come in here, then what? Give it a go, why not? They take, and I take back here. Then I'm looking at this pawn, but got to be careful. Got to be careful. King. Yeah, my king obviously looks quite vulnerable. Okay. So I'm going to take hitting the queen, and I'm happy I've kept these pawns solid against these two, which are sort of out of place. These three, slightly stronger than these two. Okay, they're looking at this pawn here. Now, again, if I take, I just get this, and then it's just not really looking good at all. They can bring their rook in. So I think I need to firstly try and protect this, but do I just jump forward? They can always try and hit it twice. I'm going to come in, defending this. If they push forward, I just take. Then they take, but then we're hitting their bishop. Okay, so we can't allow them to push on my queen and my knight. Otherwise, I get the discovered check. So that is something we need to think about. So maybe just push forward. Now, obviously, if they push, we could just take. Maybe ideas of just coming in here. Is that a bad shout if I jump in here? I then leave this. Queen f5. I mean, it's really risky. Now they can actually push, which isn't good. So we're going to do this first, I think. There's no check. So obviously the queen's potentially looking at each other if this bishop moves. So so they just come back and protect that square. Now, can I jump in? It might be even better if I can jump in here and then jump in here. Then that knight is looking really good. So there is a check. Am I bothered by the check? Not massively. I'm more worried about this pawn pushing. But for the time being, my knight, sorry, my rook can come over and try and save the day. But can they hit my queen? Then I might be inclined to just kind of tuck back in here. I mean, obviously, if they push now, I could just take. Defended by the queen. Maybe drop back here, defend it again, rook over. Yeah, I like these three pawns, but at the same time, if they get to the root of it, then they can obviously just take them all. So I need to try and maybe, I was going to say this, but we just get met with that. You rook d1, no? Rook d1. I think rook d1 solves a lot of problems. I mean, they'll probably, I mean, the check here does nothing. We just jump in like so. And then potentially ideas of maybe queen in here with the check. Not hitting anything now. Yeah, I'd love to get knight d5, knight d5, and I think that just really helps out a lot of stuff. So I'm expecting them to push my queen away. How they do that though? Push a pawn? If they push a pawn, can I maybe even sack, takes, bang, queen comes in, defends. Check it out again, takes. All right, now we thought this was coming, so I think I'm fine just to do that and protect. Now, that looks like it's a fine move. I mean, I'd love that obviously, but bishop defends. We have got that now, that option. So I expect them to push. Now, where do we go from here is the question. Wow, they just come back. Yeah, they are slightly wide about this, I think. Not massively, more so with the queen and the rook. I guess as well, if they take, I was going to say my queen's in line with the maybe rook over. I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, in all honesty, that the rook and the queen aren't hitting this anytime soon. They've just got too much they can defend it with. Rook can even come back f8 just to defend it. Sit there and chill. And trying to get rid of these pawns is going to prove quite tricky. I mean, there was maybe ideas if the queen was... Can we get ourselves over... If we come in here, we just get attacked? No, we don't. I think if we come in here, it can't be the worst move. Now, if they attack me... No, there's no check. They can just take... Right, okay, so that wasn't a great idea. But what about that? What about that check? What about that check? Check? No? And then just takes. They still got that passed pawn, which is... But my queen should be... Yeah, they resign. Okay, cool. So we get that win in the bag. So we stop the losing streak. I was actually going to say, before this video, there was 2 games I played. Lost one, won one, but it didn't record. And I've just looked now, so this is definitely recorded. So this is definitely day 236, okay? But yeah, we didn't miss anything with those 2 games. So this is where we are at the moment. 1758. It's good to kind of stop the bad run, which was kind of looking bad. We played with 76.2. They played with 71.2. They had 2 blunders, and I don't think I capitalized on the first one. Second one I did. I had a few misses as well, which is always a little bit of a issue. Okay. Now that's a mistake, because I can just take, can't I? No. Why was that? I don't understand why that was the best move. Yeah, they take with... Just missed it. Totally missed it. Because at the moment, they have a square to go to. So by doing this, or by doing taking knight, they have to take, and then you push, and they've got nowhere to go. Wow, okay, cool. That is, that's interesting. But that didn't happen, so... Now I'm winning. And it wants me to just take. Yeah, so the pin's still on with the knight. Okay. Right, so... I wasn't quite sure what to do here. I spent a little while just thinking about it. Just thought I'd get my rook into a more central kind of open file. I mean, it's not the worst move. It likes it. It doesn't mind it. It says c4 is excellent. But the best was obviously taking the rook. But I just thought I didn't mind this at all. Gave me a bit of tempo. I mean, obviously this was a bit of an issue, and this is the kind of thing I probably would have missed maybe when I was 1500. Is just sometimes just taking and then probably getting forced. Maybe 1400, 1300, I don't know, but those are things you now are a bit aware of. So it just wants me out of that line. I get it. And then I just thought, get the king out of the way. I just thought I'd come in for a cheeky little... To be fair, it doesn't do much though, because you win a pawn. They go back in the corner. And then there's not really much on after that, so... Yeah, happy with that. Doesn't like that. But surely it sees the tactic. I mean, that's a blunder, obviously, but those are the kind of things that people miss. I mean, it is so... It happens so often. So often. But yeah, episode 236, take a victory. And we move on to the next one. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. See you all soon, okay? All right, bye-bye.